Okay, let's set this aside for a second as soon as you get yours booted today. So, and talk about the video project itself, since we're going to run out of time here trying to get them up. Brooke is going to put Windows 10 on hers and see if Windows 10 is just smart enough to find the drivers. Because remember, Windows 7 didn't find the network card drivers. We had to add those manually. And then we're doing the video card manually. Hard drive not found. You did not hook up the data cable. Did I get it off? Definitely have to hook up the data cable. It did not work. Okay, we know what error to give you for your file download. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, oops, no. So Lane, you got your video driver on there? And it should just start sending, and you should have nothing to do here now. Okay, so Lane went to the AMD site by Googling what Lane just did, just to go over what, just so we know everybody knows what he did. He, instead of going to AMD, he Googled AMD video drivers. Except we probably put a space in there. So well the other day, and now I'm back to. And then I'm assuming you went right here,
yeah.
Or did you go right here to the auto detect?
No, I went right there.
Okay. So one of the nice things about most of these, if I can get it to click, there we go. He went down, and then right here you have the option to find drivers or automatically detect. If you just download this auto detect, which he did, and he saved it into his downloads folder, then it's a really small download. You run the download, and AMD then goes and looks at this little program, goes and analyzes your computer, and it says, well, I don't have an AMD video card. But if it did, it would say, hey, this is what kind of AMD video card it has. Here's the processor we found. Here's the driver. I have a GeForce card, so it's not going to find it. And this is the operating system. In Lane's case, it said this is what it found. This is the driver that we think you should use. And he just had to click OK. And it downloaded that driver. And then he was able to install the driver. And now it's all installed on his. And GeForce has the same kind of auto detect, which is the easiest way to get your stuff on your computer. Okay, so that's what Lane did. What we're doing with Brooks now, just so you know, Lane, because we had to put in a new hard drive, we're going to go straight to Windows 10. The reason I didn't want to do Windows 10 before is, number one, you guys have Windows 7 computers. And number two, Windows 10, so far, I found it to be really, really good at finding drivers. So I didn't want to do it because I wanted to make sure we had to install the drivers, because Windows 7 was not as good. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good. I'll be interested to see if it finds everything just off the get-go once Windows 10 comes in. So let's talk about where we're at and what you guys are going to be doing while I'm gone this week, okay? I'm going to go ahead and use my thing. So what we should have done so far, if we haven't gotten through it, we should have read through the entire book I made on video cards, okay? You guys should go through each one of these pages. You should take notes in your notebook. If you're not been taking notes, you should, because the test will be open note like normal. Okay? It talks about expansion cards in general, and it talks about the stuff that I've already talked about, but it also goes over those things like we just talked about today a little bit more in depth, which is more the different video card outputs, which ones are analog. You can see I highlighted whether they're analog or digital outputs, because that's one of the big questions on the test. Match these, are they analog or digital outputs? Because you need to know which ones are, oh, this is the one that wasn't on that one picture, was DisplayPort. DisplayPort looks a little different, like has a little L on the end of it. Looks similar to DVI. And the DisplayPort is one of the other nice digital outputs. Okay, I prefer HDMI to DisplayPort personally, but a lot of things now have DisplayPort. So I expect you guys to have read through all this stuff, but let's talk about the project itself, which is what you guys have the next 2 classes to do. Basically, as you read through here, there's some other articles here, that some other links that you can go to look at, and we're going to talk about one of those in particular, and then the video card assignment itself, which is a blog post. Oh no, this is the assignment from the reading. This isn't the project assignment. The assignment from the reading is this one, which have you guys gotten to this yet? Okay, so you guys want to finish this first before you go on the blog post, okay? So this one is just find, so YouTube search assignment, it's the end of the reading from the previous one that you guys did. Find you 2 YouTube videos explaining how to pick the best video card. It should be between 5 and 20 minutes. It's over 20 minutes, okay? And then put a link to each one in the submission area below. And then find 2 explaining how to install video cards. And then tell me which videos you found the most useful. So that's the follow-on to the assignment that I gave you to start the other day, which is, was that at the end of the reading? Oh, it was at the end of the reading, wasn't it? It was the last thing at the end of the reading. It said end of reading assignment, and that's clicks. You click on that, and it goes to it. So you guys still should be getting that done. And then you've got the video card project itself. So the idea with this one is just to divide it up. One person, some people are going to do AMD and some people are going to do GeForce, and I just did it by alphabet. And does that actually break up the class? So no, we got Unger Bassa. Okay, so I need to change this. So Michelle has the other. So I'm going to say students with name A through M, since everybody has a last. I could have just written Miss Massa. So you 2 will be doing GeForce NVIDIA cards. And Miss Massa will do a AMD card. Friday, which is the 27th. Okay, so basically you're going to find a good gamer video card, and you're going to write an advertisement for the gamer card. So you have to go look at gamer cards, find the one you want to do. Please feel free to make it one that you would like to buy yourself, okay? Like if Lane has $200 and he really wants to get a new video card, then by all means find one that's in your price range. Okay. So on your advertisement, you're going to have basically all the same stuff that we have in our PowerPoint, but you're going to explain it all. It's going to be a longer blog post than your other blog posts because basically the whole thing is verbally selling whatever one that you want to sell. Now, one of the things that I have in the information up here with the links and the video card articles is the where is this? There we go. Is the site that I use all the time, which is PassMark. Okay, so if you go to PassMark and pick the video cards, it has a whole bunch of different charts that it keeps updated, comparing video cards. So if I was, for instance, say I had $200 available to buy a video card, I'm going to start at the high-end video card chart, and this compares all the video cards that are currently available today. It says as of 18 April, so obviously it's pretty darn current. And it must have a block that obviously updates this. So from what they're saying right now, the best frame rate, the best video card I can get right now is the GTX 980 Ti, and that one costs $619. Okay. The next one is the Titan X, which costs $1,500. The next one is the Quattro M6000, which costs $5,000. Okay, so this is a good comparison. So if I'm Lane and I have 200 bucks, you can see some of that one's 4,500 down here, and I've got 200 bucks, I might be scrolling down here. Okay, the best one I can get for 200 bucks is this one right here. Is the GeForce GTX 960. Okay, which is still a really good video card, and it's got a rating. These numbers are just some video tests that they do with specific software, and they're saying, okay, this is just a numeric rating to be able to look at the different and compare the different ones. So they're saying that we can find it on Amazon. These links never ever work for me. We'll see if it works this time. Look, oh my gosh, that's the first time that link has ever worked for me, ever, that I've been able to click on it and it's worked. So $179.99, I can buy the GeForce GTX 960, and it tells me how much RAM is included on this one, which is the difference on a lot of those cards. If I look back here at that one that was $4,000, okay, let's go to this $49.99. Quattro M6000. How much memory does it say this one has? It has 12 gig of RAM on that video card. It's more than that PC. That's the PC. That PC has inside it. So some of these video cards have astronomical amounts of RAM in them. And that's why some of them are as expensive as they are. So it's saying I can go to Newegg and buy that one for $5,000 right now. And it's got 4 HDMI outs and 1 DVI out on this video card. And it is $4,000. Look, you get to save $1,500 on the card if you were to go and buy that card. Now, why is that one so expensive? I really have no idea why that one's so much more expensive than the one that's up here that's only $619. That is got a better rating on it. It's only got 6 gig of RAM on that one, but it's obviously got let's see if we can go to that one. It's actually the cost. It's at $729. So the cost is the accurate right now. So what you guys want to do is, I would start, and I honestly always do start at this site when I'm going to look for a video card. Okay, and I may not start on this one because that chart is the chart of just pure comparison. I actually use the best value chart. Okay, which basically this one is how many points do you get per dollar. So for the money you have, which card is the best per price? Okay, so it's saying this one is the best for the money. Now it's not saying it's the best card, it's saying that's where your money's going to get the most per dollar. So if you were on a tight budget and you were trying to get a video card, this Radeon HD 6950, you can see it's only got 3,100 points versus that last one we looked at, which was 5,000. But the point is that what they do is they basically divide the points by the cost of the card to see what you get the best money out of. Okay, so and that's what this rating is here. It's how much do you get per point. So maybe the best card is actually this one as far as the price per. So now I'm up to 5,200, which is almost the same as the other card we were looking at. Not this one. This is this. Which one's that one? No, not that one. I think it was this one. Okay, so this one was like 5,000 points for 179 bucks, and then we're looking at this one is 5,000 points. Whoop, not that one. This one is 5,000 points. It's slightly worse, but it's only $139. So if I was trying to get the best video card for my money, this is probably the video card that I might want to go out and buy. It's blocking. Why are you blocking Newegg? Because it actually didn't go to Newegg, that's why. It's another advertising site. So, and this price isn't right either. It's $156. Let's see if they're available from any other. Why does it show that one? I can get it here on Prime. Oh, it's out of stock. So just so you buy stuff from Prime even if it's out of stock, which is what I would do. I'd buy this one for $139 and just say send it to me if it comes available. So I could add this one to cart, so that's way less than the other one for, oh my gosh, oh, I've got a gift card. That's Gerald's, yeah, it's got a gift card. Anyway, so you can see I can get the most for my money by going to that side. So I do actually always start here, but I don't necessarily always start there because I don't always have the cash. Okay, I never have the cash to go here. Now I might do what we just did and just say, okay, this is how much I have for Zach's birthday or Christmas or whatever. What card can I afford? And then I usually end up down here somewhere closer to the bottom of the thing. So that's on. Oh, that just see $99 for. That'd be a nice one for Luke right there. It's under the $100 mark, but it's still 4,000 points. And I will tell you that my card that I've got on my computer at home has only got 3,000 points on this, and I still play everything on my race. So what do I get at that 10,000 points? I have no idea. I've never bought that high. Okay. So this is just one place to start, and then there's some other links on here that you can look at. There's one on the terms. This is a side-by-side comparison that you can go and pick two video cards, and it will tell you the difference. Like if I pick that one, then I can pick another one, and it will show me the comparison of those two cards. So if you were looking at a couple different cards and you couldn't decide which one to buy, that's really what that site is for. And then there's some other articles here that it'd be good for you to read. That one obviously says it's testable material. That one says it's testable, so you need to read these articles as well. Okay. Questions on what you're doing Wednesday and Friday? Okay. And I'm obviously recording this and all the things that you can tell Michelle as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and so Lane's has got his.